let's do some transfer of XRP. So the first thing I want to do is what normal people would do would be I bought some XRP on Coinbase and I would like to put it in my Ledger wallet. So let's do XRP. Let's go over here and we'll buy some with the cash that I have in my account. Not much. Let's go back to portfolio, and there it is, about $50 worth of XRP. So I want to send this to my wallet. So let's go into Ledger Live, and we'll go to my XRP. We'll go, I have the account on my Stacks device. So I'll go ahead and connect my Stacks here. Okay, let's enter the PIN. You can launch XRP first if you want to. So what we want to do is receive XRP. We'll hit continue here. And it's probably, yeah, it wants me to verify the address. So we'll just swipe. Shows me the address on the device. Beautiful touch screen, you can see. You just verify it, make sure it's the same one that you see there. Right? Before we do that, let's grab the address. So we'll have it in our clipboard. And then we just hit confirm. And that's the hardware verification. That's very similar to what we usually see, right? Depending on the crypto. Let's hit done here. We got the address in our clipboard. Let's go back over to Coinbase. We'll go, we'll click right here where it says XRP, not over here. That's trading. This will take you to trading. We don't want to trade. We just want to manage, right? So we click right on top of XRP. We paste in our address, right? And then it shows the address down here. We click on it. All right, we do not need the tag. This is the key right here. People get so confused about this. I've had so many people saying, why won't my wallet give me a key? Where is the key? My wallet won't give me a key. Well, I'll say need a tag memo. Yeah. Yes. See, now they've added some hints, right? See, you don't need a tag when you're sending to your wallet. Some exchanges force you, but a lot of them don't. Like a lot of them are just suggesting it, but it freaks people out. And so, they freak out and they ask me, where's the tag? You don't need the tag. So there is no tag on your wallet, right? You could use like a faux tag. Like 1, 2, 3, 4 or 0, 0, 0. So we don't need the tag. We can skip that, and then they'll give us some warning, and we'll hit send, and we'll use my device as a passkey. Remember I talked about that. All right. So I need to exit the XRP app. We're done. All right. Yeah, I think, I had done it again because I was ranting. All right, so I'm going to quit that. All right, and let me show you what happens here. When I choose security key and hit next, then my device will launch the security key app and my Coinbase verification, right? We'll hit login there. We'll go back here, and away it goes. That's pretty good stuff, right? So that's it. It's not that hard. The tricky thing is that, tags are required when you're sending to an exchange, but not when you're sending to a wallet. All right. Okay. So let's sync up and see if it comes in. Should come in. Yeah. See, it comes in really fast. I saw the balance kind of update there. Oh, okay, there it is. Yeah, received 626, 53. Oh, you can't see it because I'm in the way. Hang on just a second here. Which one? This one. Nope. There. So, yeah, you can see over here that it just came in. All right. So, easy peasy quick. And it didn't really cost that much either. So another great thing about Ripple or XRP is that the fees are practically negligible, right? So let's send wallet to wallet. Let's see, if we go here to Trezor, I want to send it over to my Trezor. Wallet to wallet on a Trezor is not going to... All right, so I'm going to disconnect my ledger, and I'm going to connect my Trezor. This is the Trezor Freedom Edition, which they sent me. I have 34 out of 2100. It's pretty cool. All right, so this is my Trezor Safe 5 Freedom Edition. Just tap it, enter my PIN. All right, and then we can look at our screen here. Okay, almost there. Yeah. So we'll go over to XRP. Whoops, wrong screen. All right, we'll do a receive. This is a brand new wallet. I just initialized this today. We'll click show full address. And there it is, right? It shows up on the device, right? And it shows up on the screen. So I can verify these, right? And then when I'm done, I hit swipe up. After I verify, I'm sorry, I got to do one more thing. I got to like tap to confirm, right? And then after I tap to confirm, it allows me to copy the address into my clipboard. All right, so now I go back over to Ledger Live, and I'm going to do send, and I'm going to paste in that address that I just got from my Trezor. I don't need the tag. When you're sending wallet to wallet, you don't need the tag. We'll hit continue here. I'll say don't use tag. Yeah, so let's just do $50 worth of XRP. Now here's the tricky part. When I hit continue, what's going to happen? It's going to say, hey, where is that device, right? Well, I disconnected it, right? So I need to disconnect the Trezor and then take the ledger, because the ledger is sending. So the ledger needs to be connected to authorize the transaction. Okay, so now it took me a minute. I'm going to go ahead and enter the PIN here. All right, and I can get out of the security key. We'll go back here, and then we'll say retry, and then ask me to open the XRP on my device. Remember, this is the device we're sending from, right? So it needs, tells me to sign the transaction. I need to review. And so here's the information of what I'm sending, where I'm sending from, where I'm sending to, and then I just need to hold to sign. And away she goes. And then we can go back there, and let's go back here. Oh, now it wants, now I got to reconnect the Trezor so I can see Trezor Suite. But that's okay. Let me just go ahead, and once I get in here, I'll save it. So what I want to do here, I definitely need the device when I'm sending out and when I'm doing, managing crypto. But if I just want to check the balance, then I can save this in Trezor Suite. So if I click up here, where is it? Is it here? Where do you save? Oh, wait, it says view only disabled. Why? Okay, there we go. They've changed it slightly. Okay, so what I want is view only enabled so that I can view balances without having the device attached, which is fine. All right, we'll just go back here. We got the $50 worth of XRP. Came in really quick, and we're good to go. Now, the other way, that's where we need the memo, right? So let's go back, and let's just take it back to Coinbase this time. Let's hit deposit. receive crypto. We'll tell them we want to send some XRP. There's the address and the tag, right? So they're giving me both, and it says required here. That's the important part. It says required. If I send with just the address, it's not going to show up in my account. And you could conceivably lose your XRP by doing that. A lot of times you can call them and go through, jump through a bunch of hoops. You might find they might be able to get it for you. But this memo is how they categorize the deposits. They know whose is whose by the memo. If you just send them XRP without a memo, they don't know whose it is. I mean, they could trace your IP, but they don't do that, right? You have to, send them the transaction ID and everything else so they can see the time and the date. I mean, it's a whole thing, right? So you got to use this memo. So how to use the memo when we send? Let's get the address. Let's go to Ledger Live. Let's hit send. There's the address. Paste. Let's go back. Let's get the tag. Woo! Oh, they call it a memo. Pardon me. It's a memo. All right, we put it here. Bam. Boom. Done. Easy peasy. All right, how much do we want to send? We'll send $50 worth. Or we could just say, I just want to send 21 XRP. All right. Notice the network fee here is 0.00001. Yeah. Well, way less than a penny. All right, so there we go. Now see, I've got the memo field filled out. We want to double check that, right? And then I'll hit continue, and then wants me to unlock the device. I need to, swap devices again. Get used to this, right? It's not that difficult. You can swap devices midstream. It's a little tedious because you have to always re-enter the PIN, but we're all adults here, right? It's not that hard. All right, open the XRP app. Review the transaction. See, we want to review the transaction. We'll go here. There's the information. We're sending it from this account using a memo tag to this destination. That's my Coinbase destination, right? We can look at that one more time. All right, so everything's good. We double checked everything. And we swipe to the next screen and hold to sign. Transaction signed. Off it goes. All right, now it may take slightly longer to hit Coinbase. So we should see it come in shortly. There, I guess that was it. We should see that there some went out and some came right back in because we're playing around, right? So sending and receiving XRP between Coinbase and your device. Let's go back over here to Trezor, and this time let's send to Kraken. I'm going to sign in now that I've got my device attached. We'll use passkey. All right, I'll just quit this. I'll use a security key and next. Right, and it launches security key, wants me to log into Kraken. All right, and we want to make a deposit of XRP. Generate the deposit address. Okay, so they give me both, right? They give me deposit address and memo. So let's go back to Trezor. Okay, so I want to do a send up here. I'll paste in the address. That's my Kraken address. Let's go over here and get that destination tag. Copy that into our clipboard. Go back to Trezor. Where is that memo field? Oh, here. Okay, so we got to click destination tag and paste it in here. All right, that was a little more complicated. Right? You may not have seen that right away. How much do we want to send? The max is probably going to, I don't know how much they make you hold. They used to make you keep like 10 XRP in a wallet, but they don't do that anymore. They changed that. Is it going to let me do this? Oh, I think I need to connect my Trezor to make this happen. All right, so I just need to enter the PIN. Let's go back here. Okay, so now that it sees the device, it's all happy. Lets me review. Okay, so I see it on the screen here. I see it on the device here. Right, there's the destination tag. We swipe up. There's the address. You know, we can verify that here and here. Right, we want to double check everything. All right, we'll swipe up again. There's the amount. Swipe up again. There's the fees. And then hold to sign, right? There's a little bit of haptic feedback on that one too. Nice color touchscreen. I really like this device. All right, and then we're done here. Oh, we still need to broadcast from here. So once we've confirmed on the device, we have to hit send, and away it goes. So the XRP should go to 0 here shortly. And then we'll go to Kraken, and this should hit 50 or close to 50 shortly. Questions? Yeah, see, there it is. So boom, it hits my Kraken account within minutes. So once again, when you're sending to your wallet, you don't need a tag. All you need is the wallet address. When you're sending from wallet to wallet, you don't need the tag. All you need is the wallet address of the other wallet. When you're sending from your wallet to an exchange that requires a tag, and most of them do for XRP. I don't know of any that don't. They're going to give you that tag, and they'll say it's required. You need to use the address and the tag when sending from your wallet. And, you know, I've been through this many, many, many times, but this is the number one source of confusion and questions I get when it comes to managing XRP.